Hey, my name is Lopez Lassine, coming at you with another video. Thanks for joining me. You could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be with me, so I appreciate it. And in this video, I'm gonna talk about the art of a hustler, or I'm just talking about hustling. I wrote about this on my blog like 2 weeks ago. And when people say hustling or hustler, sometimes people take it out of context. They don't really know what people mean by that. So that's why I want to do this video. And, basically, a hustler is someone, that really finds a way to make something out of nothing. For example, let's say I need some extra money, right? And let's say I work a job, I need some extra money, and I find something to sell. So basically, I would find a group of people, target a group of people that would be willing to pay for whatever products or services that I want, that I have to offer, in exchange for money. So let's just say I have a hobby, right? Let's choose my hobby. My hobby, I do blogs and websites for people, right? And I took that hobby of mine and I found people that was willing to pay for my services. So that's basically what a hustler is. It's not some people do get into stuff illegal. And if they get into things illegal, well, that's on them. I'm not here to judge. I don't know their circumstances. I don't know their, how their household is. So I'm not here to judge. But basically, a hustler is someone that makes something out of nothing. And the way things are these days, most people that I know, they're engaged in some type of hustling anyway, but they just don't call it hustling. They just say, hey, I'm making extra money on the side. It's the same idea, but it's a different way of saying it. That's why I said, when you say hustler, or whenever you say I'm hustling, you should ask people what they're doing exactly. You shouldn't assume that it's something illegal, because most of the time it's not. But anybody that's doing anything big or making a whole lot of money, they're doing the same thing. They might make a deal with somebody, and they might partner up and make something happen. And it's the same idea. But if you're what I call a sweet hustle. A sweet hustle is when you're making deals with corporations. That's a sweet hustle. But it's the same idea, but it can be taken out of context sometimes, because people they look down on the word hustling for whatever reasons. I think because it evolved from being out in the streets. So it's like a different language. People like at your job probably wouldn't use that word hustling, because it's like that's just not the place to use that word, because that's a whole different environment from being out in the street or versus being at home. And I understand that, but a lot of other people don't understand that. So, I think you just have to maybe choose the right words based on the environment that you're in. But at the end of the day, it's the same idea, same strategy that you can use to make other people's life easier and make your life easier. Because it's a fair exchange. You get what you want, they get what they want, and everybody's happy like one big happy family. You know? So, I just wanted to explain the point that I posted on my blog a couple days ago, you know. So, you know, if you really look at how things is today, if you really want to do anything big, you have to always keep building. When I say always keep building, you have to build like a family away from your blood family. In other words, you have to have a family away from home if you really want to do anything big also, because one man can't do everything by himself. So whenever you hear someone say they're building, that means they're starting like a kind of like a movement. And what happens is these, say, 2 to 5 people get together, and then they create something together, and they exchange money, basically, you know, and they help each other all at the same time, and that's like a family in itself. I mean, if you really look at how things are, especially around the world now, especially in the United States, the families run this country. Now, a lot of people will say that, well, corporations run the country or the government run the country. But if you really look at it and do your own research, like I did, most of these people, like CEOs of companies and politicians, they're friends. Everyone know each other, or they're related to each other, or they're part of some secret society or something like that, you know. So they're all in cahoots together, basically. So they're all working for the family. So you can take that idea, those strategies that they use, and start your own little family and do the same thing. It doesn't have to be like mega billionaire. You don't have to be a mega millionaire or billionaire like them, but you can take that same idea and do something big in your town. It doesn't have to be worldwide like the politicians or the CEOs or whatever, but basically you can take that same idea, start your own little family. You know, it could be 2 to 5 people. It doesn't have to be like 10, 20 people or anything like that. But that's what I did. That's what I'm doing now. So you got to always build, and always get your hustle on, and always stay open, and always look to help other people, you know, in some type of way before you look for them to help. Before you look help from them, or before you look to get something from them in return. And people will say, well, I don't have anything to give. You always have something to give. I mean, if you really sit down and really listen to them and understand where they're coming from, you figure it out. Eventually you figure it out. It doesn't have to be the same day. It could be a couple of days later, a couple of months later. But always look to give first before you receive. So that's basically what my blog post was about a couple weeks ago. And I wanted to do this video, you know, just get the word out, you know, spread the wealth, you know. So, you know, it's like they always say, the game is to be sold, not told. And on that note, I'll see you in the next video. Appreciate you, and peace and love.